Well, this video is meant to briefly demonstrate the change management capabilities in the new LegaSuite Workbench. Here I have an existing project in the Workbench, and our assumption is going to be that I have a new AW host file to use. So the collector has already been run on the AS400, and the AW host file has been downloaded so that I can access it. So let's run change management. First thing I want to do is right-click on the project and select Import. And once I've selected import, I have a choice here. I want to scroll down through my choices to the screen definitions folder, and in the screen definitions folder I'll pick AW host file. And when I double click that, I get an import AW host file dialog. Now to find the file, I'll just click the browse button here next to input file, and I'll go to, in my case, my file's in the downloads area. It could certainly be wherever you have it on your machine or on your network drive, and I'll go ahead and select that file. I'm going to leave everything else alone. Using the code page and all that good stuff is going to stay just the way it is. I'll hit next. This only applies to other platforms than the AS400, so we'll hit next. And then in the picture merge options, this is where we actually do our change management settings. So I'm going to check apply change management here. When I do that, the finish button grays out and I get a next button, and that's so I can specify the various replace or other actions that change management will take. So I'm going to hit next. And here is the dialog where you set all of those. So here's the field type dialog with your options, moved, renamed, text, length and text, fields added, and fields removed. And all those settings are the same as they were in the old product. Of course, you can make those settings whatever you wanted them to be. You can also list all picture differences if you want. It's not really necessary, and I usually check this, skip application panels when screens are already defined, and that is checked by default in the product. So I'm going to go ahead, and when I click finish, this process is going to run. Now, while the process is running, you're going to see a dialog here that shows a progress bar, and you'll also see in either the console or sometimes there's an additional tab down here, the change management result. You'll also see those areas begin to populate as the change management process runs, and we'll just basically wait for the process to complete. Okay, well now the change management process is complete. That dialog disappears, and in the console you'll basically see the end of the report, which tells you exactly what happened. If you click over to the change management result tab here, we can just maximize that. You can see all of the changes that were made. This just explains what it did in terms of moving the files around. And then as we roll down toward the bottom of this report here, you see it starts to get into the content of what it did on specific screens. For example, on 1375, it added a field called DAETXT. And if I double click on that in the log, I can actually go to the screen, and I can see the screen identification, and I can also see the visual fields. And in this case, one added field DAEXTTXT, I suppose, was added to the screen. I don't know where that is here, but that would be the point. So you can go and check any screen easily right from the log just by double clicking on the item in that change management result log there.